Businesses are taking an extraordinary hit. Businesses, not-for-profits. One of my hospitals has already advised me they will lay 10 people off by reason of this particular bill alone. But these folks who are getting hit, businesses, they are winding up paying 4 times. They will pay the payroll tax, they will pay the county tax, they will pay the town or village or city tax, they will pay the school tax. So it's not merely the payroll tax that's going to knock them off their feet, it's the accumulation of all the other taxes as well. Now, I didn't have the opportunity to engage Senator DeLon because he's not taking any more questions, but my assumption, and it's merely an assumption, based upon what I've heard in prior iterations of this bill, is that the capital, the bonds that will fund the capital, will be secured, at least in part, by the money from the payroll taxes. Well, that being the case, you can rest assured that you've gotten notice in that Section 7 that this is merely the beginning. Now, when Senator DeLon talked about the fact that this only applied to public schools, there are special act schools to whom this will apply, and I will give you a list of those that are in the metropolitan region. There's a Little Flower Union Free School District in Wading River. That, I believe, is in Senator LaValle's district. There is the Greenberg Graham Union Free School, which is in Hastings on the Hudson. I believe it is in Senator Stuart Cousins' district. And the following, all in Westchester County: Greenberg 11 Union Free School District, Greenberg North Castle Union Free School District, Abbott Union Free School District, Hawthorne Cedar Knolls Union Free School District, Mount Pleasant Cottage Union Free School District, Mount Pleasant Blythedale Union Free School District, all located in Westchester County, either Dobbs Ferry, Irvington, Hawthorne, Pleasantville, or Valhalla. I'm not sure, but I believe all, or if not most of them, are also in Senator Stuart Cousins' district. These folks get no buy in this bill. They are specifically taxed. They didn't even get the benefit of the ruse of the reimbursement at some later date. They're in its entirety. The section that deals with the imposition of the payroll tax, as I alluded to earlier, takes great pains to distinguish between the imposition of the tax on wages and benefits, and then goes on to say that the employer can't pass through that tax to wages or benefits or compensation, more appropriately. And then it says any exemption that you get under other sections of the law, you don't get under this section of the law. So the idea that somehow or other this doesn't apply to other means of compensation really is straining credibility. Let me just conclude with the situation that's particularly painful for my county. I live at the end of the line. We have probably somewhere in the area of 6,000 to 6,100 people out of a population of in excess of 300,000 who avail themselves on a weekday basis in either peak or off-peak transportation on Metro North. That means about 98% of the people in my district don't use Metro North, certainly don't use it during the week or on peak or off-peak hours. That means 98% of the people who are currently paying without the pain that they're about to experience, increased sales taxes, franchise taxes, so-called temporary surcharge, petroleum business tax, local operating assistance, station maintenance payments of about $63 million. They're now going to be hit with $18 million more without even the licensing fees that we've been talking about here. The city of New York, on the other hand, has somewhere in the area of about 7.5 million fares during that same period of time. The benefit to the people of Dutchess County is modest at best, and that's probably a stretch. Dutchess County is effectively a revenue hostage to this Metropolitan Transit Authority. This bill provides license to the MTA to plunder, to pillage, and yes, to steal from the people of Dutchess County. There's nothing to be derived for the vast majority of the people in my district, and I'm sure that holds true for other of the suburban counties. This is an extraordinarily painful experience to have this rammed down our throats in this fashion without any pretense of even a hearing being held by this body in the district, to let those who are suffering the most grievous injury to have the opportunity to be heard.